Hello everyone. In my previous video, that is Let Us Become Expert in Tables Part 1, we had learned different ways to insert tables in MS Word. In this Part 2, we will learn about the contextual tab which appears when we select a table to format a table. Contextual tab is a hidden tab control in MS Word ribbon that is displayed in the tab row when a specified event occurs in the Office document. For example, here, Table Tools is not available on the ribbon right now. But as soon as I select the table or I bring my cursor inside the table, they become available on the ribbon. Here you can see Table Tools is the contextual tab and it contains two tabs, that is Table Design and Layout. These two tabs give the ability to quickly format our table. Now first of all, go to Layout tab. When I click on the Layout tab, you can see there are many groups like tables, draw, rows and column, merge, cell size, alignment and data. Now I will explain you all the groups and the commands available in these groups and the ribbon. First of all, I will explain you the table group. In table group, we have select, view grid lines and properties. First of all, I will explain you the select command. When we will select it, you can see four options are available here. This tool enables us to quickly select a cell, column, row or the entire table. You can make it out from the options given here. It's very useful when we are formatting row, column, cell or table. For this, first of all, I will click in the first cell. I will go to select cell. You can see the cell is selected. If I want to select column, so you can see the column is selected. If I want to select row, you can see the whole row is selected. And if you want to select the whole table is selected. And how it is going to help us? Suppose we want to do the formatting, then it is very useful. I want to make the characters bold. I can change their color. I can increase their font size. I can decrease the font size. I can change the alignment from left to center. I can change the background color of the table. In the Layout tab under the Table group, the third tool is Properties. When I will click on Properties, you can see a dialog box has appeared. There are 5 tabs: Table, Row, Column, Cell, All Text. Here the first option is Size. Under Size, set the table's overall width by selecting Prefer Width and choosing a size. In the Measure in box, choose whether you want to measure the width in percentage or centimeter. Suppose I select percent. From 100% to I will make it 36% and click on OK. You can see the size of the table has decreased. Under Alignment, choose whether you want to align your table to the left, center or right. If you select left, you can select an indentation distance in the indent from left box. Suppose I select 10 cm and click on OK. Now you will see the table will shift. So I have taken indentation 10 cm, so the table has shifted. Suppose I want to make it center. It has come in the center, and I want to bring it to the right. It has come to the right. Under text wrapping, select Around. If you want nearby text on your page to wrap around your table, you can make text wrapping more precise by checking Positioning and then choosing Options in the Table Position dialog box. If you don't want text wrapping, select None. Click Borders and Shading to change the border style, line color and line width. Let us try any style. And we can change the color of the border and we can change the width of the border. Now we will click OK. And you can see the border has changed. To set more table properties, we will click on Options, including top and bottom cell margins, cell spacing and automatic resizing of cell content. After making the required changes, click on OK. Here the second tab is row. To understand this, I will select few rows. Here the first option is size. I will click on the checkbox to specify height. Then I will choose the row height, at least or exactly. So I want exactly. Choose the row height, specify the height, click on OK. You can see the height has changed. Now I will increase the height by the up arrow. Click on OK and you can see the row height has changed. Let us understand the second option. Here the second option is options. Allow row to break across page, and second is repeat header row at the top of each page. Now let us understand this thing. Suppose this is our data and we have header row like name, English, Hindi, Maths and Computers. If we will go to next page, we can see there is no header. On the next page, no header. Again in the next page, no header. So here we have so many pages and it is difficult if we have large amount of data and we have to put header on every page. For that we will use this option, repeat as header row at the top of each page. We will click on this checkbox. We will click on OK. Now see the magic. You can see this header is appearing automatically on every page. Now you can see earlier there was no header and now we have header on every page automatically. To understand column properties, first of all I will select few columns. I will go to properties and I will go to column tab. Here under size, set the column width by selecting preferred width and choosing a size. In the measure in box, choose whether you want to see the measurement in percentage or in centimeter. Suppose I select percentage. I can increase or decrease preferred width. I will use down arrow to decrease the width. I have made it 10%. When I will click on OK, you can see the width of the selected columns will decrease. Here the width of the selected column has decreased. To display the currently selected column or columns at the top of the tab and navigate between columns without leaving the table properties dialog box, click previous column or next column. Let us understand cell properties. So for that we can select the whole table or we can select the cells where we want to make the changes. We will go to properties and we will go to cell tab. Under size, set the cell's width by selecting preferred width and choosing a size. Suppose I decrease the size by choosing lower arrow. In the measure in box, choose whether you want to measure the width in inches or in percentage. Under vertical alignment, choose an alignment option for the cell contents. Top is the by default alignment, center alignment and bottom alignment. Suppose we choose center alignment. Now we will go to options. Click options to set more cell properties including top and bottom cell margins, text wrapping and fit text option. Click on OK. You can see the vertical alignment is in the middle. Now if we will make it bottom, click on OK. You can see now the vertical alignment is at the bottom. Now we will understand alt text. We will go to properties. We will go to alt text. You can create alternative text for your table to help people with screen readers to understand the content of the table. In the title, enter a brief summary of your table. In the description box, enter an explanation of the table and click on OK. Now we will learn the commands and tools available in the draw group. Draw table helps us to design our own tables by drawing cells, columns, nested tables, diagonal lines, etc. I have explained about draw table in my previous video, Let Us Become Expert in Tables Part 1. I will use draw table to draw cells, to draw diagonal lines, to split a cell, to draw nested tables, etc. Now I will explain you about table eraser. Table eraser removes specific borders in a table to create merged cells. See how. So I am removing all the lines with the help of eraser. I can erase rows and columns to create a merged cell. You can see that I have created a merged cell. Now we will explore rows and columns group. This group contains tool for deleting and inserting rows and columns in your table. In the delete tool, we have a drop down menu. We will click on this and we can see delete cell, delete column, delete row and delete table. Now let us see how it works. I have kept my cursor in the last cell of the first row. I will go to delete. The first option is delete cell. When I will click on this, a dialog box will appear. It will ask me shift cells left, shift cells up, delete entire row or entire column. So I will click on shift cells left. Click on OK and you can see the cell is deleted. I will undo. Now suppose I want to delete this column. I will select this column or I can use select option to select the column. I will click on drop down menu and I can delete the whole column. You can see the column is deleted. I will undo. Suppose I want to delete first row. I will click on the first cell. I will go to delete, drop down, delete rows. You can see the row is deleted. Suppose I want to delete two rows. I will select two cells. I will go to delete and I will click on delete rows. You can see two rows are deleted. Now I want to delete the whole table. I will go to select. I will select table. The table is selected. Now I will go to delete and I will click on delete table. You can see the table is deleted. Now there are many ways to insert rows and columns in MS Word table. But we will discuss all that in the next video. Here we will concentrate only on the row and column group. Now insert above. Insert above will insert rows above your current selection. If you have selected 3 rows, it will insert 3 rows above the top row of the selected one. Now it will insert before Komal. I will click on insert above and you can see 3 rows are inserted. I will undo. Suppose I want to insert rows below. So it will insert the rows after Sneha. Insert below. Now I will undo. Now suppose I want to insert one column on the left hand side. You can see insert left. And suppose I want to insert column on the right side, insert right. Now you can see how insert above, insert below, insert left and insert right works. Now I will explain you merge group. In the merge group, we have 3 commands. First is merge cell, second is split cell and third is split table. First of all, I will explain you merge cell. Merging means joining 2 or multiple cells to create a new larger cell. To explain merge cells, I will insert one row above the first row. I will go to insert above and click. Now you can see a row has been inserted. Suppose I want to merge these 2 cells. I will select them and I will go to merge cells. You can see the cells are merged. Now I will merge these 2 cells. I will click on merge cells. Now you can see both the cells are merged. This is also a great way to create labels that span several columns. Now we will bring English here and Hindi here. We will delete English from here and Hindi from here. We will do the center alignment. Now you can see how beautiful the table looks like. Now I will explain you the second command in the merge group, that is split cells. For that, select the cell you want to split. When I will click on split cells, a dialog box will pop up. Here you can see the number of rows and columns given by default, that is 2 and 1. Here we can enter the number that we want to split the selected cell into. Now I will select here 20 columns and 2 rows. I will click on OK. You can see the cell is divided into 20 columns and 2 rows. Now I will take another example. I will go to split cell. Here I will divide the number of columns 10, number of rows 2. I will click on OK and you can see the cell is divided into 10 columns and 2 rows. Another example to understand better. Here I will take 5 columns and 2 rows. Click on OK. Now you can see the cell is divided into 5 columns and 2 rows. Here the maximum number of columns can be only 63 and not more than that. The third command of the merge group is split table. The split table tool splits the table into 2 parts. To explain this, I have taken this table, and in this table I will do sorting on the basis of gender. To do the sorting, I will select the table. I will go to data group and I will click on sort. When I will click on sort, a dialog box will pop up. Here the first option is sort by, and there is a drop down menu. I will select the header on the basis I want to arrange my data. Here I want to arrange my data on the basis of gender. So I will click on gender. You can arrange the data in ascending or descending order as per your requirement. Rest of the details of this tool will be explained later. Click on OK. You can see the data is sorted on the basis of gender. Now I want to split the table on the basis of gender. To split the table, keep your cursor from where you want to split the table. The current row will become the first row of the new table. I have kept my cursor here. I will click on split table and you can see the table is splitted into 2 parts. The female data is separated from the male data. In the cell size group, we have commands like autofit, means automatically resize the column in our table, distribute rows, distribute columns, and the tools to set table row height and column width. I will explain all the commands or tools with the help of this table. Resizing each row and column by dragging is very time taking, especially impractical if we have larger data. Let us use these commands. Here in this table, you can see rows and columns are not of equal size. Some are broad and some are narrow. Now select the column or rows you want to make them of equal size. Here I will select the whole table because I want to distribute all the rows and columns equally. First of all, I will click on distribute rows. When I will click on distribute rows, you can see all the rows are distributed equally, means now they are of equal size. Now I will click on distribute columns. You can see all the columns are distributed equally in the table. Now the second command is to set the table row height and column width. Suppose I want to change the row height. If I want to increase, I will click the upper arrow, and if I want to decrease the row height, I will click on the lower arrow. This tool is used to increase the column width. If I want to increase the column width, I will click on the upper arrow, and if I want to decrease the column width, I will click on the lower arrow. Let us understand how to adjust our table or columns to fit the size of our content by using autofit button. Now select the table. We can select the table by clicking on this. Select the table. Click on autofit. Now we have 3 options: autofit content, autofit window, fixed column width. If we click on autofit, it will adjust column width automatically. Now you can see it has adjusted the column width. The second option is autofit window. When we will click on autofit window, the table width will be adjusted as per the window of MS Word automatically. Now I will click and you can see the table width is adjusted as per the MS Word window. If we don't want autofit to automatically adjust our table or column width, click on autofit fixed column width. Here row height automatically adjusts to the size of the content. Now I will explain you the alignment group. In the alignment groups, we have 9 type of alignments. We can change the text direction and we can change the cell margin. To explain this, first of all, I will select the table. I can change the alignment top left, top middle, top right, middle left, middle center, middle right, bottom left, bottom center, bottom right. Now if I want to change the direction of the text, I just need to click on this and you can see the direction has changed. You can see the another direction and the third direction. Let us see the practical application of text direction tool. Here we have names of months of the year in the header row and they are not presentable. So we will use text direction tool to fit them. I have clicked on text direction. Now I will adjust the height of the row. Now you can see they are presentable. The cell margin is used to customize cell margins and spacing between the cells. We can change the margins top, bottom, left and right. Here 0.19 centimeter is by default. We can allow spacing between cells and we can automatically resize or to fit content. After making the required changes, we can click on OK. Let us take an example. I have zoomed my screen to explain you. Here you can see the spacing between the border of the table and the character A. You can see here. Now I will click on cell margins and this spacing is just because of this 0.19 centimeter which is given by default. Now I will change this and I will increase it to 1.1 centimeter. I will click on OK and you can see the spacing between the border and the word Aditi has increased. Now I will undo. I will decrease the spacing to 0 centimeter. I will click on OK. Now you can see no spacing between the border and the word Aditi. Let us understand how we can add or change the space inside the table by adjusting cell margins or cell spacing. Click on cell margins in the alignment group. When we will click, a dialog box will pop up. Select the allow cell spacing between cells checkbox. Enter the measurement. Upper arrow will increase the measurement and lower arrow will decrease the measurement. So we will increase the measurement. Click on OK. You can see the cell spacing is done. Here we need to remember that the settings that we choose are available only in the active table that we have created. If we create any new table like I'm creating, we'll use the default settings. You can see the new table has appeared with default setting. Now let us explore Data tab. In the Data tab, we have 4 commands. First is sort, second is repeat header row, third is convert to text, and fourth is formula. For formula, you can refer to my video where I have explained how to insert formulas in MS Word in detail. Link for the video is shared in the description box. Now I will explain you how to do sorting in MS Word. First of all, I will select the table on which I want to do sorting. When I will click on sorting, a dialog box will pop up. Here we have sort, then by and then by. First of all, I will explain sort by. Here we have names of all the headers. I want to do sorting on the basis of names. Now I can choose ascending or descending. Suppose I select ascending. Here the first name is Shriyansh and the second name is Ayush and then Bhavesh. Now I will click on OK. Now you can see the data is sorted alphabetically. Here I have arranged the current selected data in alphabetical order. In this table, I would like to arrange the data in numerical. I will click on sort and a dialog box will appear. Here by default it is given names, but I want to arrange my data in numerical order. So I will select English as it contains numerical data. You can see the type. Here the type has changed from text to number. And I want to arrange my data in descending order, so I have selected descending order. Here my list has header row and no header row. We have header row, so we will keep this selected. In options, we have three options: tab, column and others. We will keep tab as selected because we have data in different cells. So we will click on OK and you can see the data is arranged in numerical order. You can see this column. The highest marks are 91 at the top and the lowest marks is 45 at the bottom. Here in this table, you can see the table header row, but if we will go to next pages, you can see there is no table header row. So it is difficult for us to understand the data. To get rid of this problem, we will go to the top of the table where the header row is available. We will select the table header row. We will go to data group and we will click on repeat header rows. As soon as I will click on this, you can see this header row will appear on each and every page of this selected table. Now you can see even on the second page, third page and so on. You can see the data header row is repeated. Now we will understand how to use the third option, convert to text. For that, I will select the table. I will click on convert to text and a dialog box has appeared. Here there is option of separate text width on the basis of paragraph marks, tabs, columns, others. So here by default it has selected tab, and we also want to select tabs because our data is in different cells. We will click on OK and you can see the whole table is converted in the text form. Thank you for watching the video. If you find the video useful, click on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe my channel if not subscribed yet, so that you can get notification of the next video of this playlist. Kindly share the video with others. The more we share, the more we grow.